Yep. All right. So here I have a transformer. It's a newer model, and you could tell it's a newer model because it has this red switch here. This red lever is how you disengage the motor that unfolds it. Typically, you would hit the A button when the power's on, and you hold it for a second, then let go. It'll unfold automatically. It stops about halfway through for safety, and then you hit that A button again, and it unfolds all the way. But if your battery dies while it's folded like this, there's actually a really easy way to unfold it. You just grab this red lever right here, and you go forward with it, and it unlocks it. At that point, you could just grab the front and push down. Now, when it's unfolded successfully, you could take the battery out, test it, change the battery, and get it running again. The thing to know is that when you get it running again and you go to turn it back on, the motor for the folding part is still in the folded position. So you have to actually go through the process like you normally would, and it's not going to move, but you're going to hear it moving. So the latch is disconnected, so it's technically going through the unfolding process right now, and it stopped halfway through. I'm going to do it again, and it completed the unfolding process with that latch detached. And as you can hear, it just clicked back into place. So now it's ready to go, and I could fold it back up. It's very important that you do that, because if you don't, you're going to hear it going and it's not going to do anything, and you might think it's not working. But all that's happening is that motor is hooking back onto the latch. So that's how you would unfold a newer style Solax transformer, or enhanced mobility transformer, also known as the enhanced mobility transformer. At the end of the day, they are the same exact product. So we just got one dropped off here, and this doesn't have the red lever. This is an older style transformer. The older style transformers are very difficult to unfold. You can't just detach that red lever. What you actually have to do is disconnect the folding motor. And to do that, it's not easy. You basically have to remove this silver part, which is the motor that folds and unfolds it. So I have to get in there and take that nut and the bolt that's underneath, using a 5mm Allen key and a set of channel grips. So I'm going to do that now, and once it's removed, this motor is going to be disconnected, and I should be able to unfold it when I use the latch at the top. It's not red, but there is a latch, but I have to take the motor out. So I'm going to get started with that, and hopefully with this all right, it's coming out. All right, we finally got it out. So one thing to note, getting this out is going to be hard. That bolt right there needs to come out, and it's not going to be the easiest thing to get out. All right, so I just want to point out that underneath here is the 5mm Allen key head bolt that's going through, holding that motor in place, as you know, and we're working that screw. We got the nut off. To get that bolt out, though, it's actually a kind of a machine style screw. It's very difficult. You are going to need a little bit of a wedge to get up in there, and essentially you want to pull the scooter apart a little bit, because if you don't, that button head of that machine screw isn't going to be able to find its way out. And I'll show you what I mean here. I'm going to have Chuck kind of separated a little bit, pulling on the front and the back end, so you can see that there is a little hook here that will go in the way, and it needs to be out of the way, or else that button head screw is not going to clear. It's actually resting underneath that little arm here that you can see me moving back and forth. We've already removed the screw enough to where it passed this arm, but if you don't move this arm back and have something to just wedge in between the two sides, like maybe just a screwdriver, go ahead and let go, Chuck. See, now I've got something wedged in there, and essentially it's going to allow me to get in there with my tools and release that bolt, which we're going to continue doing now. I just wanted to point that out. So we're going to need to remove that bolt right there all the way out to free this motor completely. All right, so what we have here is a 90-degree bit on a drill, and it has the same 5mm Allen key head style drill bit. And what I'm going to do is get in there, and it's and this motor on this thing is cooking right now. So my drill is actually getting a little overheated. I need a heavy duty corded drill, I think, next. But you know, if you have a more powerful drill, I highly recommend it, because my drill is getting put to work right now.
As you can see, we switched over to an impact drill, which made the job a lot easier, especially after applying WD-40 on the top and the bottom part of that bolt. That is the key. Use some WD-40 and then use that 90-degree drill bit to take that bolt out. Once you're done with that, you do need to have somebody help you pull apart the transformer scooter so that you can expose the folding motor. And you're going to notice there's about 3 zip ties. In order to release the motor, you will need to cut those zip ties. So carefully do so, and then proceed with the rest of the steps in the video.
Okay. All right, so we're going to get in here, grab this piece. Boom. So I just grabbed that little box and I pulled out the connector for the relay box, which is right next to the folding motor. You need to pull out that red connector. I've also disconnected this white connector from the same relay box, and on the other side, the red connector.
Now that we have the 2 connectors removed and the bolt completely removed, we can actually pry the motor right out of its little locking mechanism there. The bottom of the motor has a little post on it, which we're trying to wedge out with a flathead screwdriver. It would help to have an extra set of hands to pull the motor apart and then begin to wedge it out with a flathead screwdriver or a small little crowbar. But at this point, we have the folding motor completely released, and you can unfold the scooter manually. You will need to watch out that the folding motor doesn't get in the way, and if you have it on the ground on all 4 wheels, that folding motor might not allow you to unfold it all the way. But at this point, you can remove the battery, put the new battery in, and troubleshoot the scooter further now that it's unfolded and a lot easier to work on. When it's completely folded, it's almost impossible to get in there and see what's going on. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you found this video helpful and you want to get notified when new ones come out just like it, be sure to visit our YouTube channel and subscribe. You can also like this video and ask any questions in the comment section below. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.